Okay, so here we are in Chalktalk 14. This is going to be how do we attack the zone, whether they're in a 2-3 or a 3-2 setup or a 1-2-2 setup. How do we attack these things? Well, the basic thought process that you want to have, let's just go to a normal 2-3, but it really doesn't matter how they're set up. The basic concept as a system team is that we want to get out, we don't want them to slow us down. So we're going to try to create the fastest opportunity to create a good shot, to either miss the shot and get an offensive rebound and set things up like our offensive rebound stuff, to create the havoc but good shots off of it, or we want to make a shot, and either way, miss or make, we want to get right into our press to keep the pressure going on them, to create another turnover. We don't want to bog down and slow down, but we don't want to rush into bad shots. We want to rush into good shots. And where you hurt a zone is getting the ball into the middle, just like where you hurt a team that's pressing you full court. You want to get the ball into the middle of the court. Well, this middle is the key part of getting the ball into when we're against the zone. And let me show you the principles of that. So let's say 3 has just penetrated in, they kind of collapsed in, we're towards the end of our 12, now it's 13-14 seconds, and it's not a very good shot, there's no dump down, and so they just dump it out to 4, just to kind of clear it out. All right. We realize we're up against the zone, we want somebody in the middle. Typically, you want kind of a big guy there, but what we want in the system is we want our best decision maker and ball handler to be in that hole. And there'll be some sort of key phrase that we say to get in there and who we want there, but you got to know your role in your group of 5. You got to know your role if you're up against the zone and you haven't scored within 12 seconds, like we've talked about earlier. So in this case, we're going to say 1, or our preferred shooter, or even our 3. Now, if you have a big guy that handles the ball well, has good decisions, and has good offensive skill sets from the middle, then that's even better. But usually, it's going to be somebody who is more of a guard, has more guard skills. So in this case, let's just say 1 is that guy. Well, what you want to do is 1, just get into there. And if we can get the ball into here immediately with a bounce pass or a good safe pass, you don't make the pass if it's congested. There's other things you do if it's not open. But the thought process is that once the ball is put in here, we're getting a shot off in the next 3 seconds. I'm thinking out loud as far as timing, but this pushes a button that it's go time to either score through penetration and dish, back out. As it comes in, they collapse. Then it's like penetration, either through a pass or dribble penetration, opens up outside shots. So it's out here and it's back out there. Wow, we got our preferred shooter to get a shot off here in a second. This is great. We're getting them out of the zone. We're getting a good shot, either all the way to the rim, bounce, dump down, or out. And I'll tell you, something that's an amazing thing is comes in, goes back out, and then goes one more pass. These are things that really get to, he's not the preferred shooter, we're trying to get them out of the zone, but I'm trying to get another preferred shooter because I know on my team who my preferred shooter is and he's spotted up. So these are the thought processes that you do when you see a zone. Let's say though that 1 gets in there and it's not open. Well, then that means they're collapsing down. Go ahead and take a good shot. or move it to somebody spotting up to take a good shot. But if one is open, then that's how we break open. That's how we open up the open shots, is inside out or penetrate. So that's how you attack the zones, is the designated decision maker and ball handler gets into the center, into the nose of the zone. And it's like pushing a button to shoot well, score, miss well, and get us into, and we'll get this later, into our missed shot press, our made shot press. But just realize, again, let's say one gets the ball and he dumps down and the ball goes up. One thing I didn't say in the offensive rebounding segment before was a ball taken inside the arc. The closest to the top of the key becomes our safety. Ball goes up. We want 4 in the paint as fast as we can. So that's that. We'll catch you later.